Or do they? You need to watch the film to check it out. And honest to goodness, guys, this movie is absolutely brilliant. Yes, Laurel and Hardy. This one here is Big Business from 1929. This is going to be a very, very quick episode because I can't say too much about this movie. It's one that you're going to have to watch and see for yourself. If you've never seen it before, check it out. Honestly, I can't recall if I ever seen this movie before or not. I've got absolutely no idea. I was watching it with just like fresh eyes for the very first time, seeing it. Now, from the year of it, this is, what year did I say? 1929? Yes, out of all, the majority of the last 4 or 5 reviews, the most of them movies were either before Stan and Ollie became the partnership that we know and love, or just before it, or just the beginning of it, you know. This one here, absolutely brilliant. I wet myself. Like, I wasn't a big fan of 45 Minutes from Hollywood, the last upload we did in Laurel and Hardy, and I was kind of just not happy that I didn't enjoy the movie. But this one here, this is them at brilliant form. Basically, they're working, trying to sell Christmas trees. They're going door to door. They've got their Model T loaded up in the back as two or three Christmas trees in there. They call up the house, they go to the door trying to sell a tree to a woman. She's just like, I don't want a tree. And you know, Stan and Ollie, they're not going to be stopped that easily, so they're like, well, would your husband like to buy a tree? And she says, I don't have a husband. And Stanley says, if you did have a husband, do you think I would buy a Christmas tree? Whereas, you know, she just closes the door on them. And, you know, there's some comedy moments on here that are just brilliant. They go to the car, so simple, but made me laugh so hard. The old Model T, the way you had to start them, there was a key on the very front of the car that you had to twist to get it going. So, you know, it's a big job to start one of these cars. You know, it's not just as simple as jumping in and turning the key and off you go. So Ollie gets into the car, he sends Stanley around, he gives it a couple of good, you know, gets it started, and he gets into the car along with Ollie. They drive literally 20 to 25 feet around the corner, stop to go to the house next door. They get up to that, and this is why it's going to be very quick. This is just, that's basically a one-up. They're trying to one-up themselves with James Finlayson, who lives in this house. And it is beautiful when the three of these guys get together, because Finlayson usually ends up in the role of the guy is just like, oh, I'm going to kill these two. And of course he turns up at the door, refuses to buy a Christmas tree, slams the door in their face, but the Christmas tree, like Stanley standing right at the door of it, the tree gets caught on the inside of the door. Stanley tries to walk off, of course he can't because the tree's stuck. So they have to knock the doorbell again to get Finlayson to open up the door so they can get the tree out. Again, slams the door. Stanley's still stuck in the door with this damn tree. And I'm laughing because I know where this film's going, and I don't want to ruin it for you completely, but you know, this keeps going and starts escalating more and more. The next time, Stanley manages to get the tree out, but he gets his coat caught in the door, so again they have to knock the door. Finlayson comes out, and then just more and more he's getting more and more angry with them, and he's just like, get off my porch. So they go to load up the car to leave. Oliver's all, you know, what are we going to do now? Like, we're not making a success of this at all. And Stanley comes up with the big business idea the title of the movie, Big Business. And he goes back up to Finlayson's door. Finlayson had said he didn't want to buy a Christmas tree this year from him, so Stanley comes up with the idea of pre-ordering for next year. So he goes up to the door, knocks it, Finlayson comes out, raging, and Stanley says, would you like to order one? If you don't want one this year, would you like to order one for next year? So Finlayson doesn't slam the door in his face, walks into the house again. Stanley waves at Ollie. It's a sale. Oliver comes back up to the house with the tree in hand, sets it down on the porch. Finlayson comes out with a set of bolt cutters, chops the tree into 3 pieces, walks into the house, slams the door. At which point Stanley pulls out a knife out of his pocket. Pen knife, opens it up, and the number of the house is up on the wall next to the door. Stanley goes up and he starts to chip the numbers off the wall and chuck them on the floor. Finlayson comes out, catches them, and he does something to Ollie. He cuts his tie off, slams the door again. Stanley starts doing other things to the house. Now that's where I'm going to kind of leave it. I'm going to kind of leave it there, because that's how the whole rest of the movie plays out. Basically, is them trying to one up each other and who can screw who over the furthest. So every time one person does something, Finlayson does something to Laurel and Hardy, Laurel and Hardy has to do something worse to him, and it escalates and escalates and escalates just to the point of pure destruction, left, right and centre between the house and their car. Absolutely hilarious. Policeman enters at the end of it, and we think at the end of the movie everything's sorted. The policeman comes in, who started this here, and they're like, there's a lot of crying starting and whatnot. But at the end of the film you think, they kind of they all kiss, make up, they're free to go sort of thing. Or do they? You need to watch the film to check it out. And honest to goodness guys, this movie is absolutely brilliant. You will not be you'll not be disappointed checking this one out, trust me.